Hi, my name is Ramon Lewis Collins. I'm an insurance adjuster, loss consultant, and Xactimate estimator. I've worked desk deployments and large catastrophic events. And what I'm here to do today is to show you guys how to write insurance specific estimates so you guys can make a lot of money as an insurance adjuster, maybe a roofer, or maybe in the construction industry. So we're going to go over all those things today, and hopefully I can be a guide for you in your future, wherever you like to take it. Thanks. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open Xactimate. When you come to the first page of Xactimate, it's going to ask you to put in your login information. But something interesting I want to show you guys right here is that Xactimate's also in 3 languages. So if you're more comfortable or you have most of your clients in a certain language, you can change that language here. But we're going to stick with English. Now you'll go to this page and you enter your password. Alright, so these are what's called instances. These are my two instances. This is when I first bought it under a different business name, then I put it in my personal name. You could also buy it again in your personal name, but since I already have it in my personal name, I just kept it like that. So Ramon Collins, we're gonna open it up. Let's delete that one. Deleting this project from your local list will also delete it from the cloud. Delete it anyways, yes. Whenever you delete a project, the project goes right here into this delete folder, so you can always restore the project. So this is the front face of Xactimate. This is the local. What local means is that all the projects that you're doing is kind of saved on the desktop, right? Is in your local folder, your local software. Right here is the cloud. These are where your projects are that you've completely done yourself and you've created. Right here are going to be stored in my projects. If you're part of an organization like State Farm, Liberty Mutual, or let's say you're a roofing company and you have more than one subscribers or entire organization subscribed, all your projects will go to all projects. So you would have to, once the file is here and you upload it to the cloud, it will show in my projects, but it also shows in all projects. If the project is already here in local, they cannot pull it from the cloud. It has to be uploaded to the cloud for them to be able to edit it. And I'll show you what I mean in a moment. But these are some of my projects. Large loss. Some of the estimates I've done. And then this is my personal Xactimate right here. So there's only one. At times I have more than one people working with me. So once they're done with their Xactimate subscription and they need to send the Xactimate over to me, they will just upload it and it'll come into all projects, and then I'll pull it down into my local if I need to review it. So if you're going to open a new Xactimate project, you'll go here. Estimate is what you will use 99% of the time with all insurance carriers. Right here, the valuation, this is for a total loss. you really use this 99% of the estimates that you're going to be doing is going to be right there. There's also FEMA flood. That's a whole different type of estimating right there that I've never used before, but we're going to focus on just a standard estimate right there. Now there's two profiles for Xactimate. There's a carrier and there's the contractor. I use the carrier. There's not a lot of difference between the contractor and the carrier. Mostly it's just the insurance information that's missing, but for most part you're going to be using the carrier, especially if you're working with an insurance company. Now we're going to hit create, but right here, before we hit create, right here is where you put in the name of the project. So John _ Doe. Each carrier will tell you how they want it to be done. You can put a date of birth, or you can put your alias number with them. So say AV123 alias number. You don't have to put the date because the date is already there. So just hit create. We're not gonna look at this right now. That'll be a different training. Just want to stay focused on the front page of Xactimate. So if you go here, again, this is where all the past projects are that you can restore back. So if I hit restore on this one, restore was successful. It's right there. I could go back into it and look at it. Okay, right here is a filter, so you can filter from the past 7 days, past 30 days, assignments, estimates in progress. See, these are in progress, they're not completed. When they're completed, you would have to hit the complete button inside of the Xactimate, and then that'll be the time where you submit it to management via the cloud. Then you could organize by small claims or large claims. You should have a lot more large claims than small claims. $10,000 estimates isn't really not a lot. You can search a project right here. So if you have a lot of claims sitting in your locals, you could do a search there, or sometimes you might have to go to all projects, especially if you're working with a large company, and try to find the claim number. So you can pull it from the cloud, because sometimes other people are working on it before you got there. So that's what you do right there. Or you can search your own personal projects. Large insurance companies do not want you to have a whole bunch of projects just sitting on your local. If you're not doing anything, you're not working on that project, you should upload it to the cloud. This is your personal profile. It's going to have your Xactware ID, that's your login information, your phone number. This is your net address. So if you're working with a large company like State Farm, it will have your State Farm email address, and that ties it to the State Farm organization. This is the expiration date for my personal Xactimate project, Xactimate software. I like to go month by month, because let's say a month comes and I'm in the field for 2 months, 2 months, 3 months, then I don't really want to be paying for Xactimate, because I'm not going to be using it at that time, my own personal Xactimate. So I will let it expire, and when I'm done, I will come back and renew it. It's a very simple process to renew Xactimate. You don't even have to call. But right here, manage accounts. You probably would never use this when you're working with an insurance company, but this is for your personal benefit if you own your own Xactimate. And we have logout. Notifications. This is when you're with a big carrier and you have to order your Eagle View or your Hoover reports. Whenever they come through, you'll get notified right there. then this right here is showing any updates that you may have. This the preview projects, allows you to get a quick preview of your project, and you can also change your project name here. You can't change the project name inside the actual project. This is the only place that you can change it at. So if you want to change it to just John Doe, hit save. Now it's changed. Now here you have your name, the claim number, your profile, carrier or contractor, status, in progress or completed, the total, date you created it, when it was last modified, and the type of estimates that it is. Over here is the duplicate button. This is good if you have a bunch of projects or a bunch of houses that are exactly the same. For example, I had a State Farm deployment where there's a guy that owned 8 rental property that were exactly the same size roofs. So instead of creating 8 different estimates that has exactly the same information, all I did was duplicate it 8 times and then go in and change the necessary information that needed to be changed. This is the print. You probably never have to print from this area, because this print area is exactly like the print area in the actual project itself. So I'll show you real quick. If you go to project, see if it's going to open up. There we go. You go to document, reports, tax jurisdiction. We'll go over this in a different training. But see, it's the exact same thing. So usually pretty much 100% of the time, this is where you're going to pull your documents from, the reports, once everything is complete, and then you hit preview, and then after you preview, you print from that. Rarely do you ever print from this screen. This is the button to send the local documents to the cloud. This is the button that you use to request your Eagle View and your Hoover. So if you're with State Farm and you go and you receive a bunch of claims, you need to request all of the Eagle View reports for that claim immediately that day, because what you don't want to do is what the Eagle View is a sketching of the roof, pretty much an exact sketch of the roof. If you don't request that and you have the appointment and you don't have that document, you would have to sketch the roof yourself. This is how you will do it. You will go to request document by clicking here, then you click a new order. Because this is not connected to exact analysis, it's trying to pull that, but and now I'm pretty sure the computer has froze. Oh, good, it didn't freeze. So I would have showed you how to troubleshoot that. But let's go and look at that real quick. If your computer does freeze, you have to go to press Control Alt Delete and go to Task Manager, and then end the Xactimate task by highlighting it and then clicking End Task. You're going to be doing that a lot. So, and if anything in Xactimate is not working, you need to shut it down by logging out and restarting your computer. Edit, right here, it takes you into the system where you can make the changes that you need to make. So you could either highlight it and click edit, highlight it and click edit, or you can just double click and it will open itself. This is how you export. This is if you need like a what's called the ESX file. This is the file that, let's say you are with a smaller IA firm and you're not a part of their organization and you're using your own Xactimate, you need to save this file as, you need to export it as an ESX file and then send it to them, and then they will be able to open it and continue making the edits that they need to make. And then export to Excel, we almost never use that, so you don't have to worry about that. This is to go back to previous revisions, so if you made a mistake, you could always go back and open up a previous revision of that file. And then if you need to delete the files, you just highlight them and click delete, press yes, and then they will go here for the next 30 days. So that's going to be part 1 of Xactimate training. I just wanted to focus on these 2 areas, local and the cloud. Look, it's pretty much the same thing in the cloud: name, claim number, profile status, the owner, which is going to be you. That's pretty much one of the only differences. If you're at another teammate, it will have their email address. Created, modified, the type, all the projects. So in the next segment, we'll go over preferences. There's a lot that we have to go through. Might have to do 2 videos for this part, and then we'll look at tools in another video. So that is it for now. Thank you for listening, and you have a wonderful day.